Welcome back, Wogglers. All right, so we're still talking about workflow rules, but now we're going to go over scheduled actions. So up to this point, we've just been doing instant actions. So when a workflow is triggered, if it meets the condition, then it does a thing. So now we're going to talk about scheduling out actions. All right, so let's create a rule. So we're in our setup gear. Go to setup gear, underneath automation, click workflow rules, create a rule. We're going to use deals as an example. Let's say, we'll call this our onboarding actions. Okay, so what we want to do is when a deal has been created, we're going to have this match all deals, no conditions for this one. What we want to do is, the first thing that we want to do is we want to create a task for the deal owner to follow up. So let's see, let's assign a task here. And it's going to be, we're going to call the person on the deal to see if they need anything, right? So that's going to be our instant action. And then what we want is we want maybe a couple days later. So let's say 3 days later, not 13. 3 days later, we're going to send an email notification. So we're going to send an email notification out 3 days later. And then after that, again, we're going to wait maybe about 15 days. Oops. 15 days. And then we're going to create another task, a follow-up for the deal owner. So if we're going to wait 15 days, we don't want any deals that have been closed lost. So let's go ahead and go back up and let's change our conditions. So we're going to say deals matching certain conditions. And we're going to say we want this and all of our scheduled actions to happen so long as the stage is not closed lost. Closed lost, regular closed lost, or closed lost competition. We don't want either of those to get any of these scheduled actions. So the reason that I went back and did that was because when the scheduled actions happen, each time one of those scheduled actions comes due, it's going to check the criteria and see if it still works. So for example, our immediate action is to have the deal owner call and follow up with the contact. And then if 3 days goes by and the stage has been changed, maybe to like you're moving along in the deal process, we definitely want to send out that email alert. But that 15 days later, the deal could have been closed and it could have been marked as lost in that 15-day time period. So we want to make sure that that task only gets scheduled if the deal is still open. So there we are. We've set our scheduled actions and we're going to click save. There you go. And that's how scheduled actions work on a workflow. See you next time. Woggle woggle.